Hello friends, how are you all? I hope you are doing great and taking care of yourself. Welcome back to another chapter of our SQL series where we talk about SQL operators. In very simple terms, the SQL operators are like buttons that help you to sort, filter, and calculate the data easily. They make queries smarter and faster. With that said, today's video we are going to have two parts in it. One is the theoretical part where I will be walking you through each and every operators, arithmetic operators, comparison operators, logical operators, and string operators. At the same time, we will be exploring another concept of SQL where you can sort your data and limit the result, that is order by clause and the limit clause, and then combining both and seeing how we can filter the data, sort the data, and get the desired output in the limited format what we want. Without much further delay, let's get into the theoretical session of SQL operators. So friends, what are these SQL operators? The SQL has a different type of operators which help us to filter and manipulate the data efficiently. So the first operator in our category is the arithmetic operator. As the name suggests, it is used to perform the mathematical calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. The second operator in our list is the comparison operators. It is used to compare the values. So in that you would be exploring equal to, not equal to, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. The third in our list is the logical operators, and these operators are used to combine the multiple conditions. There would be a scenario where you want to combine the two conditions together and see what result I get. For that you can use and, or, not, between. The next operator in our list is the string operators. As the name suggests, they are used for the string manipulation. Like and in are the two string operators. The other operators which you should know is null and exists. As we talk about, we are also going to explore an important concept called as order by and the limit clause. As the name suggests, order by, it is used to sort the result of your query by one or more columns. And the syntax for order by is select star from table name, ordered by column name, ascending. And you can also sort your data in the descending. The next thing is the limit clause. As the name suggests, it is used to limit the maximum number of records written in the result. So we are going to basically combine these two. We will be first exploring each and every what is the order by, how can you sort your data, and then we will be combining the order by with a limit clause to get a better understanding of it. With that said, and not getting further delay, let's jump into the first operator called as a arithmetic operator in our demo session. So friends, I'm going to use an SQL online compiler where it has already some tables called as a customer, orders, and shippings inbuilt in it. So let's use the table called as orders, and for to see what all records are there in the order table, we are going to use select star from orders. The moment I execute that, I get certain columns: order ID, item, amount, and the customer ID, and each item has an amount associated with each. So for keyboard it is 400 rupees, mouse it is 300, monitor it is 12,000, mouse pad it is 250. So now I want to use the first operator in the arithmetic called as the addition, how I'm going to use, let's quickly see that. So I'm going to write here select star from let's do select order id amount. Let's do order id item amount, and I'm going to write something amount plus 100 has new amount from orders. So if you see what we got, we have added 100 against each amount. So the keyboard, the original amount was 400, the new value or the new amount is 500. The mouse, where the original amount was 300 but the new amount now is 400. The monitor, which was 12,000 originally, is now 12,100, and the mouse pad, which was 250, is having the new value or the new amount associated with it is 350. So that's how you can use an additional operator. Now if I want to subtract that, all I'm going to do is add minus here. So what I get is the keyboard cost was 400, now the new value is 300. The mouse cost was 300, the new value is 200. The mouse pad cost was 250, now it is 150. So that's how you can use addition and subtraction. Now I want to basically use a multiplication. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the order ID and the amount. I'm going to multiply the two columns and see what result I get. So if you see the order ID for the keyboard, where the amount is 400, is 1. So 400 into 1 is 400. The mouse order ID was 2 and the amount is 3. Now it is 300 into 2, which is 600. The monitor order ID was 3 and the amount was 12,000. Into 3, the new amount is 36,000. So that's how you can use subtraction, addition, multiplication, as well as if I use division. Let's see what we get. So if you see, the new amount for the keyboard is 400 because 400 divided by what is 400. And now for the mouse, where the amount was 300, we did a division in by 2 and the new amount is 150. The 12,000 divided by 3 is 4,000, which is the new amount of our monitor. The mouse pad, which was 250, we did it by divided by 5, so it gave us a result 5. It gives us a result 50 rupees. So that's how you can use these addition, subtraction, multiplication and division and derive the new column or the value against that item. I hope you got an understanding of how and which scenarios to use the arithmetic operators. Now we will be quickly moving to the next operator, which is the comparison operators. So friends, let's talk about the next operator, which is the comparison operators. So let's explore less than, equal to, greater than, less than, and equal to, greater than, and equal to. So without much further delay, let's get into the table called as order, which has the item, amount, and the customer ID and the order ID. So as you can see, we have couple of items which are worth of 400 rupees, 300, 12,000 rupees, 250, etc. So if I need order order ID and the item and the customer ID, where the amount is equal to 400, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add where clause where amount equals to 400. And the moment I execute that, you will see we will get two records. One is for the order ID 1, one is for the order ID 4. So let's see whether our query is right or wrong. So our query has executed successfully where it has given us the records where the amount is equal to 400. The next, let's check for the amount less than 400. So we should get mouse and mouse pad. That's the right, because the 300 is less than 400 and 250 is less than 400. So there can be another scenario where you need the records where amount is equal to 400 as well as less than 400. So what we are going to do is we are going to just add equal to sign here, and if you see, we get the records where the keyboard has amount 400. The keyboard also has an amount 400, but the order ID is 4. And we get the records for mouse and mouse pad where the amount is 300 and 250. Now, there can be another scenario where you need the records where the amount is greater than 400. So all are you going to do is put greater than sign, and the moment you do that and execute the query, you will get the record where the order ID is 3, item is monitor, and the amount is 12,000. So that's how you are going to use the comparison operators to filter your criteria based on your criteria and get the records. Let me know if you have any questions on this, and let's quickly move to the next operator, which is none other than the logical operator. So friends, as the logical operator says that it is used to combine the multiple conditions and give you the record of your interest. So we are going to basically, as you see on the screen, we have the table orders where it has an order ID, the item, the amount, and the customer ID. Now we have a situation where we want to display the record where the amount is equal to 400 and the customer ID is 4. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to write here where amount equals to 400 and customer underscore ID equals to 4. So we should get two records because the customer ID is 4, or you will get a one record where the amount is 400. So let's see what happens. So if you see, we have just got one record because what it has done is we are specifying here amount equals to 400 and the customer ID equals to 4. So if these two criteria matches, then only give me the record. If I put here or, what do you think we will get? Let's execute. So if you see, we have got the record where it says the amount is 400 or the customer ID is equal to 4. So we have got keyboard where the customer ID is 4, okay, as well as we have got a record where the customer ID is 4 for the mouse. We have got a record for keyboard equals to 4 where the customer ID is 1, because we have mentioned or, either give me this or give me this. So that's how you can use the and or logical operators to filter your data based on your conditions. So now I need a record where the amount is between 200 to 15,000, or amount is, let's put where the amount is between 200 to 300. So let's see what we get where amount between 200 and 300. So let's see what we get. So we get two records because we have specified the condition between 200 and 300. So mouse is having a cost of 300 rupees. The mouse pad is 250. The moment I change this to 400, you will get another record called keyboard. So let's execute that. And if you see, we have got the result. So where the keyboard amount is 400, mouse is 300, mouse pad is 250. So that's how you can use the logical operators to filter your data, using between, and, or. I hope you got an understanding of how to use these and in what scenarios you need to use. Let's quickly jump to our next operator, which is the string operator, which is used to manipulate the strings based on the conditions applied to them. So guys, let's talk about the string operators, and for that I am going to basically use the table call as a customer, where it has a customer ID, the first name, the last name, the age, and the country. So what I'm going to do here is, if say I have a scenario where I want to display the first name starting with J as an character. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the like, where like single quotes J percentage single quotes and semicolon. So what we are doing is we are telling, or we are writing in our query that give me the records from customer table where the alphabet of the first name is, or a character for the first name starts with J. So let's do that. And if you see, what happened? Okay, sorry, I missed the column name, where first name like this. Okay, so the moment I execute, I get two records, because there are two records in the customer table where the first name starts with J. So tomorrow, if I need the record where the first name starts with R, so all I'm going to do is this. Okay, and if you see, we get a record where the first name starts with R is the Robert. Tomorrow I need the record where it is ending with N. So what I'm going to do is, the first name is ending with N. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use percentage and then the character where I want the first name to be ended with N. And if you see, we get two records. So make sure you are using correctly the percentage before or after the character what you want in your record to be displayed. So based on this filter only, the records would be display. So now, and let's go to the next operator in the string, which is in. So I need the records to be displayed where the country is, let's see, the customers records to be displayed where the country is UK and UEE. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write here where country in. Okay, I'm going to write single quotes UK comma UAE. So what I'm saying is, give me the records where the customers are residing in the country UK and UAE. So you should get David, John, and Betty. So let's execute this and see what we get. Oh, sorry, I need to write here single quotes. So if you see, we have got the record what we were expecting, where the David is residing in the country UK, John is also residing in the country UK, Betty is residing in USA, UAE. Now, if I need the records of the customer where they are residing in the country USA, so I'm going to just write here USA. Okay, and execute that. And if you see, we have got two records, which is one John residing in USA and the robot which is residing in USA. So that's how you are going to use the string operators to filter the records as per your condition and get the result. Moving to our next clause is the order by and the limit. So let's quickly get into. So for the order by and limit clause, I'm going to go back to the table orders where we have an amount 400, 300, 12,400 and 250. So I want to basically get these records sorted based on the amount in the ascending order. So let's do that. Order by ascending. So let's execute this, and if you see order by order by amount ascending. Okay, so what I've done is I have ordered I have sorted the records based on an amount in the ascending order, which is select star from orders ordered by the column name and the ascending. So that's how you are going to basically sort the data. Now if I want that in the descending order, all I'm going to do is descending. So now what you should get, the monitor has your first record because it is descending. The amount is 12,000, then you get 400, 300 and 250. So that's how you will sort the data based on the order by. Now I have sorted the data on the amount column order by in the descending order, and I just want the first two records to be displayed. So for that I'm going to write here limit 2. So let's see what happens. So if you see, it has given me just two records, which is first where it has sorted in the descending order, which is monitor and the keyboard 12,000 as the first record, and then it has given me only the two records from that. So that's how you can use the combination of order by and limit. So if I remove this order by and I just write here limit 2, so what it will give me, will just give me the two records, but the data is not in this sorted format, right? So that's how you can use a combination of order by and the limit to filter your data and get the result as per your criteria. I hope you got an understanding of how to use the various operators, and if you think this has really added a value to your skills, then do not forget to like, subscribe, share. Any questions in the comment section. Until then, see you in the next one.